The clock was ticking. Every second felt like a countdown to disaster. In the heart of Maxwell Solutions, the world's most powerful AI system was on the brink of collapse. And no one knew how to fix it. Someone do something. Victoria Carroll's voice cut through the sterile conference room, her fingers drumming on the glass table. Her eyes were wide with panic, but the fire in her gaze was unmistakable. She had to keep it together, too much was at stake. We're losing millions every minute. Olivia Hayes stood quietly in the corner of the room, unnoticed by the executives scrambling around the table. She didn't belong here. She knew that. She was just the cleaning lady's daughter, here to drop off some forgotten paperwork for her mother. Yet, somehow, she had wandered into the storm. She had no right to be in the middle of this. But as the minutes dragged on, her eyes began to fixate on the screen in front of her. Lines of code scrolled endlessly, a jumble of errors and warnings flashing like red flags. The tension in the room was suffocating. Engineers exchanged frantic glances, each of them trying, failing, to pinpoint the problem. Victoria, the tech director, was losing control. Robert Johnson, the CFO, had already raised his voice at least 3 times, berating anyone who wasn't offering solutions fast enough. But Olivia saw it. The flaw. The small, easily overlooked mistake that had set off the chain reaction that was destroying the system. She stepped forward, hesitating just for a moment, then raised her hand. "Excuse me," her voice was barely a whisper, but it was enough to stop the chaos in its tracks. Every head turned toward her. "Who are you?" Victoria snapped, narrowing her eyes as if Olivia were an inconvenience she couldn't afford. Her tone dripped with disdain. "This meeting is for authorized personnel only. I'm Olivia. My mom works here. I just came to drop off some documents." She cleared her throat, trying to steady her nerves. "But I think I found the issue with the code." The room fell silent. Laughter rippled through the engineers. Some rolled their eyes. Others scoffed, but Victoria, the one person who should have at least pretended to listen, stared at Olivia as if she had just spoken a foreign language. You're joking, right?" Robert Johnson said, his voice thick with sarcasm. "This isn't a joke, young lady. This is a multi-million-dollar system, not some child's game. We're talking about data security for hundreds of companies." Olivia didn't flinch. She had been underestimated her whole life. This was nothing new. "I know it seems impossible," she said, her voice unwavering. "But it's a syntax error. Line 347 in the authentication module. There's a comma where there should be a semicolon." Victoria's jaw tightened. "You expect us to believe that? You think you can fix a billion-dollar system in a few seconds?" Olivia nodded. Her eyes locked onto the screen with unshakable certainty. "I do." For a moment, the room remained frozen. The engineers exchanged glances, their skepticism obvious. But then, slowly, one of them, David, the lead developer, stood up. He walked toward the screen, his fingers shaking as he scrolled to line 347. He stopped. "Oh my God," he muttered. "She's right." The second stretched into eternity. Olivia's heart pounded in her chest as David quickly typed the correction. The system rebooted. And just like that, everything returned to normal. The screens that had been flashing with errors now displayed a solid green light. The problem that had paralyzed Maxwell Solutions for nearly 2 days was solved in under 2 minutes. $1 billion saved by a 30-second observation. The room was dead silent, the engineers too stunned to speak. Victoria stood frozen in place, her lips pressed together in disbelief. For the briefest moment, Olivia felt a surge of triumph. Finally, something had gone right. But she quickly pushed the feeling aside, not wanting to appear too pleased with herself. Victoria turned to her, her gaze sharp and cold. "You got lucky," she spat. "That's all. And just like that, the moment of victory was stolen from her. The snide remark was all too familiar. Olivia had been here before, constantly fighting to prove she wasn't just a cleaning lady's daughter, that she could do more than scrub floors and run errands. But she wasn't about to back down now. As the meeting disbanded and the executives returned to their seats, Olivia quietly walked out of the room, head held high. What they didn't know was that this was just the beginning. Olivia couldn't sleep that night. The events of the day replayed in her mind like a broken record. The shock on the engineers' faces when they saw she was right. The dismissive tone of Victoria's voice. And then, that sinking feeling when she realized that for all her skill, for all the validation that moment should have given her, nothing had really changed. She had fixed the problem. She had saved the company millions. Yet, she was still nothing more than the cleaning lady's daughter in their eyes. She wasn't even sure why she was surprised. It had always been this way. From the time she was a little girl, trying to get the same attention in school as the kids from wealthier families, to this very moment in Maxwell Solutions, where her name barely made a dent in the records. She was a ghost here. But Olivia wasn't someone who gave up easily. That night, as the city buzzed with the noise of New York's relentless pace, she made a decision. She wasn't going to stay invisible anymore. The next morning, Olivia returned to Maxwell Solutions, this time carrying something more than just cleaning supplies or paperwork. She had a purpose now. She slipped into the back stairwell, avoiding the main floor where the executives walked with their heads held high. No one noticed her as she passed by the polished glass offices, where the top brass were already starting their day with coffee in hand, discussing strategy and profits. Olivia's plan was simple. Get her hands on the system's data. No one would expect the cleaning lady's daughter to be interested in the technical stuff, and that was her advantage. Everyone thought she was too out of place to belong to the world of tech. Her first stop was the janitor's closet on the 17th floor. The security codes were still fresh in her mind. She'd been sneaking into these offices since she was 12, accompanying her mother after hours. No one ever questioned a cleaning crew member. With practiced ease, she unlocked the server room. The doors slid open, and Olivia's heart raced. For the first time in her life, she wasn't just cleaning. She wasn't just invisible. She was here for something much bigger. Over the next few weeks, Olivia became more than just a ghost in the hallways. She started to pay attention to the smallest details, those subtle things no one would notice. The inconsistencies in the reports. The numbers that didn't add up. One evening, after hours, Olivia uncovered something chilling. The system's financial reports were rigged. A pattern started to emerge. The numbers showed large sums of money being funneled to mysterious accounts linked to companies that didn't exist on paper. These accounts were tied to corporate decisions, and, most disturbingly, they traced back to Victoria Carroll and Robert Johnson. But Olivia wasn't done yet. She dove deeper. The deeper she went, the more she realized the corruption wasn't just about money. It was about power, about pushing out minority employees who didn't fit the right profile. She found documents detailing performance evaluations that were systematically biased. Employees from more privileged backgrounds got glowing reports, while those like her mother, hardworking, yet overlooked, were penalized for things as trivial as taking a sick day. That was it. Olivia had what she needed. It was time to take action. Olivia knew she couldn't go up against Victoria and Robert alone. She had to gather allies. But who would stand with her? The people in the company who were most affected by this system were the ones who were also the most afraid to speak out. Fear of retaliation. Fear of being pushed out. But Olivia knew there were others like her. People who didn't have the luxury of a powerful last name or a prestigious degree but were far more capable than anyone in the boardroom gave them credit for. It was time to find them. She started with David Matthews, the lead developer she'd seen at the meeting that day. He had been one of the few who had recognized her solution. David was in a unique position. He was respected by his peers, and while he wasn't part of the executive team, he had the technical knowledge that could help her take down the corrupted system. When Olivia approached him, she didn't ask for a partnership. She just asked him to listen. David was skeptical at first. "You're telling me there's an entire web of corruption, right under our noses?" he asked. Olivia nodded. "I know you're a good guy, David. I can't do this alone. I need someone who knows the system inside and out." David hesitated but agreed. "But this is risky. If they find out." "I know the risks," Olivia interrupted. "But I'm not going to let them get away with it. We have to expose them." Together, they began to piece together the evidence, tracking the stolen funds, collecting data, cross-referencing emails, and pulling up the performance evaluations. The pieces of the puzzle started to fit together. The deeper Olivia and David dug, the clearer the picture became. Victoria and Robert were not only embezzling money from the company but were also systematically exploiting employees. What started as financial corruption morphed into something far darker, a system designed to keep people like Olivia, and her mother, at the bottom, where they would never challenge the status quo. The final piece of the puzzle fell into place when Olivia found a hidden file, a set of confidential emails between Victoria and several high-ranking figures from other companies. The emails revealed how they planned to manipulate board votes, arrange illegal layoffs, and fix performance reviews to benefit certain groups while pushing out others. Olivia knew this was the moment she had been waiting for. It was time to confront Victoria and Robert. Olivia had everything she needed: evidence, allies, and a plan. She arranged a secret meeting with the company's legal team. David had a friend who worked in the department, someone he trusted. With their help, Olivia planned to confront Victoria and Robert in front of the entire board. The day of the showdown came. Olivia's heart raced, but she stood tall, knowing this was the moment that would change everything. She walked into the conference room with a flash drive in her hand, knowing the truth was her weapon. As Victoria and Robert sat confidently at the head of the table, Olivia took a deep breath and began her presentation. The room fell silent as she displayed the evidence on the large screen: everything. The embezzlement, the manipulated evaluations, the secret deals. Victoria's face turned pale as she realized the jig was up. Robert tried to speak but stumbled over his words, completely exposed. Olivia was in control now, and for the first time, she felt the power of truth in her hands. The legal team took over, and the board members, shocked and furious, began to take action. By the end of the meeting, Victoria and Robert were both suspended pending further investigation. In the aftermath of the exposure, Olivia's life changed in ways she hadn't expected. Maxwell Solutions underwent a complete restructuring. The company's focus shifted, making diversity, fairness, and meritocracy a priority. It wasn't just about financial gain anymore, it was about making things right. And as for Olivia, she was promoted to head of a new team that would work to ensure these values were maintained in the future. She had done more than bring down corrupt executives, she had rebuilt the company from the ground up. Her victory wasn't just about taking down the powerful. It was about proving that no matter where you come from, your value can't be measured by your last name or your degree. Sometimes, it's your character, your perseverance, and your belief in justice that truly define you.